AKA Trib of the Tribulation Kidz. I'm in the building, and I don't know how I got here. The first thing I need to do is just breathe. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little shy. I feel like I'm half asleep. Today I just planned to not do a live stream, and last minute, like I just thought about it. It was like, okay, maybe I could, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay asleep. And then I went back to sleep, and it felt like I was dreaming, like I was getting ready to do a live stream. So I was like, you know what? Let me wake up, get in the shower, get myself together, and come out here and do a live stream. Shout out to Sabah in the house. What's going on with you, Sabah? Thank you for joining the live stream. Let me get things started, man. I'm tired, man. I ain't gonna lie. But I did want to check in, just see if I can get some people in the house. Anybody from New Zealand, China, Japan, North Carolina, Texas. I've been seeing rain everywhere, floods everywhere. I've seen some videos. I've seen some people talking about certain things. Shout out to my man William coming in the house. Lala by SM Collections. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining the live stream. Appreciate you. So yeah, man, William, you in North Carolina. I seen some flooding out there where you at, and people was really saying that it was really bad in North Carolina. So that came out of nowhere. Like, I know Texas for sure, you know what I mean? And we still looking for people to check in from Texas. But North Carolina, I did hear, you know what I mean, that there was some stuff going on out there. So I did think about you yesterday when I heard blah, rain here, yeah. Bad rain here, you see? So yeah, I wanted to just check in, see how y'all was doing, you know what I mean? Let's see, did you see the video where a whole hour was flooded and being taken by the water? Well, I seen this video in China, you know what I mean? And I'm talking about trees was coming out the ground, and it's just, you know what I mean, just being washed away. Shout out to Josella in Hong Kong. Appreciate you, Josella. How you doing? So yeah, I seen a couple of videos, but I seen this one video where they were sitting at a restaurant in China, and they had glass windows, and you could see like inside the storm, and you could see all these big waves just going all kinds of directions, just coming towards them. It was a little, but it's like, how you say it? The apocalypse, like apocalyptic weather. Lord have mercy. Boy, you see how sounding that out? You can tell I ain't bilingual, huh? I'm just saying. That happens in China every time. Well, good. Josella, I don't know how I'm here. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I'm pushing myself today. I'm half asleep. Just talking. I didn't feel talkative today. I didn't feel like waking up talking. But I seriously got myself together, woke up out my sleep to jump on the live stream, just to see if I can continue to get into some type of rhythm, some type of pattern, you know what I mean? And it's just like, man, when I was younger, it was cool, but now it's like, why, are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. I just really, just not in the mood, just not talkative, you know what I mean? Just, I don't know, really no desire. Like, I do want to say, before I forget, July 15th, YouTube is changing their policies and guidelines for certain things, you know what I mean? And I know that they be cracking down on the copyrights, and there's some other stuff that they doing, you know what I mean? Just with people that reuse content, like if you use it from another platform and come over here. Like, basically everything they did to me, like, they using me as an example, that's all. They're using me as an example. So you might hear some friends, you might hear some big YouTubers, small YouTubers, you might hear some people have warnings for their channels, or you might just see some people losing their channels, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really know, you know what I mean? I don't work for YouTube, like, I'm no longer a partner, so, you know, yeah. You seen it in your YouTube studio, you know what I mean? If you guys stay posted and look at the news that comes in there, you know what I mean? Like, they be talking to you. It's just when you want to talk to them, it's hard to find them, you know what I mean? You gotta go through a lot to get a hold of YouTube, so Addis, Bud. How you doing, Addis? Look, y'all gonna wake me up and start smiling today. I asked about you when I seen AQ Sados. I know that y'all out there in Hong Kong. Matter of fact, you ever met Josella? She in Hong Kong too. Addis, how you been? Addis Tambayan. I know I'm saying that wrong. You know what I mean? Like, see, I ain't feel like reading today. Like, I don't know if you guys were hearing in the past. You know what I mean? I had a pronunciation problem, and that makes me stutter. And then I get so excited. You know what I mean? And I'm very shy. So, coming out here to just get in on the live stream, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to just get into that routine because it's like I gotta talk a certain kind of way. Like I'm trying to ride a beat. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. Like I'm trying to ride a beat, or it's like playing double dutch. You know what I mean? Like you got to be able to jump in, jump. In order to stay on rhythm. You know what I mean? So I was saying to myself, I just didn't feel like talking today. Like I'm really mute. You know what I mean? I'm not that talkative. Not today. And, I was saying I didn't think I was gonna get a live stream done, but I was dreaming about the live stream. I was getting prepared and everything. I'm like, hold on, let me go out here just in case, you know what I mean? So I'm out here trying to follow the YouTube guidelines, you know what I mean? Trying to stay out of trouble. Figure we'd get a couple people in, ask about the weather and where people is at, how things are. I was watching some stuff over the last few days and kind of questioning some things as well. But I was gonna ask the chat, do you guys believe in cloud seeding? You know what I mean? Like, William, that's a good question for you. If you out there, let's see. Hey, everybody, right? Even man, bud. I missed your laugh, man. How's everything? Everything is everything. You know what I mean? I can't complain. Just try to do my part. But see, that's the part, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be so busy, you know what I mean? And just trying to get established, you know what I mean? And get myself right after YouTube, you know what I mean? Where now I'm trying to fit YouTube into my life, you know what I mean? And it's a little hard and difficult for me because I really don't have no desire for online, you know what I mean? Social media, and I just always been YouTube. I've been YouTube from day one, and got a couple friends out here that know me, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I got to get out here. She said, hug. Okay, for sure. I said, yeah, I appreciate you on the hug. Let's see, cloud seeding is used all over the world, but the U.S. keeps it secret. Okay, see, I felt like William was in the house, you know what I mean? Like, see, I told you he a revolutionary. Like, he ready to talk about the good stuff, you know what I mean? Well, how you feel about them new insects, you know what I mean? They got the chip on them. Look, boy, look here. I don't know if it's to keep the people under surveillance or what, but keep your eye open. You might just see one, try to kill it, try to swat it or something, you know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting outside the other day, man, and this big old bug like swooped up on me. But the way he swooped up, like he looked like he couldn't really fly with it. You know what I mean? I don't know if he had the chip or what, but the way he was wobbly, straight wobbly. Yeah. So I don't know. It's some things I've been saying, and I guess everybody is really just watching Trump, you know what I mean, with this big bill. I guess the way he presented it, you know what I mean, seems to be questionable because people are saying different things on each side, but then people are saying that they all seem like they're together. And I don't know what to tell y'all about this world. I just don't, you know what I mean? I'll just tell you, just hold your head up strong, stay encouraged, keep going, you know what I mean? And just don't give up on that. You know what I'm saying? You give up on other things, just don't give up on that. I was watching Stephen Darby the other day, and you know what I mean, like this video is from like 9 years ago. It's called America's Payment for Its Perversion, and it actually was really good to me. Some of the stuff he was saying though, it makes you think about AI, you know what I mean? And you know that one day they're gonna have AI out here and men gonna be worshiping it, you know what I mean? You can already see that now, like, but let's talk about just the different, just perversions of like like how man started mixing with animal, you know what I mean? And I ain't saying that to you know what I mean, you know, causing them problems, you know what I mean, with the YouTube policy. Like they checking into what people saying in their work, you know what I mean? And you know, I'm just trying to keep a small conversation, you know, because I started thinking too, you know what I mean? Like I ain't really trying to get like a big channel audience, you know what I mean? Like at one time, like slowly, you know what I mean? I don't mind getting there, but I always felt like that's why y'all never seen me adding in my titles. You never seen me like fixing the artwork. I was cool with just getting the ones that I get. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like able to weave out the people to get the ones that belong here. Shout out to my man BDBGP is in the house. Appreciate you. Salute. How you feeling? How you living? Look, I'm waking up a little bit. But yeah, man. I promise you can go back to, you know what I'm saying, anything. You can see I never really concentrated on the titles. I never concentrated on the thumbnails. I never was even uploading stuff to my Facebook, you know what I mean, but purposely, you know what I mean? Like I always felt like I wasn't worshiping myself so much. I wasn't promoting myself so much. I wasn't selling myself. Like I never have, you know? I just like to live stream, see the people, meet the people, be around the people, you know what I mean? Like, it's something in that. And then for the video, I could watch it back, you know what I mean? These is videos that's timeless. For regardless of what we talking about, I could always look back. So, salute to you. I appreciate you joining, man. Derek Farmer's in the house. D-Dick. How do you say that? D-Dick? I just want to see. I think it's Dedick. Dedick Farm is in the house. Boy, look, if you can't pronounce this stuff, you got one take and you got to do it live. You know what I mean? Like, they be coming up in here with some names. I was watching one of my old live streams and think about it. Like when I first met Fontella, like around that time, I was getting people from India and stuff. Boy, them names that was coming up in there, sentence long, couldn't keep up. Always support, full support. Appreciate you, Dedick. I want to say it's Dedick. I'm just say that. You know what I mean? How am I? I'm all right. I'm forcing myself today to do this live stream. And it feels like I'm gonna have to force myself on each live stream I do from this point on. It just feels like that, you know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all being in the house, you know, coming in. Can people put where they're from and where they're at in the chat? You know what I mean? Even if you feel mute today, you don't feel like saying much like I do, put where you at in the chat, you know what I mean? So we can shout it out and we can always check up on our people, you know what I mean? Like I'm telling you, I was on the live stream the other day and I remember Ashamina was talking and she is in New Zealand. And after the live stream, I was watching some stuff and it was showing that there was a earthquake out there in New Zealand and it was landslides and mudslides, tsunamis, and some more stuff out there. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, I just got off the line with her. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure when she check in, we good. You know what I mean? Just because, you know, it's so many different people around the world that right now we're just, you know, witnessing natural disasters. You know what I mean? And makes you think about what is it called? Damn. I knew it was gonna happen to me too. Obama pushed it. He pushed it the most. It's gonna come to me while I'm talking, so I ain't gonna worry about it. Bill K is in the house. Hello, sir. How you doing today? Welcome to the live stream. This is your first time, I see. I'm gonna see if I can get you a mod. If you have content, I don't want to ask you, are you a content creator? This is my way actually of just knowing who been here, who hasn't been here. You know what I mean? I know people be playing and trolling sometimes with extra accounts and stuff, but you know, I just want to make sure I know who coming in and out the door. So let me go ahead and get you a mod right quick. Shout out to the people out there. You know what I mean? I had 8 watching. And man, I ain't even doing nothing, man. I'm just chilling, man. I felt like I was gonna come out here, do me a quick live stream just because, you know, I wasn't gonna do one today. And for me to do one, it feels good to actually get something going, you know what I mean? That I could stay putting extra videos in the playlist, you know. I felt like when I first came back out here, I wasn't really myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, I came out, a little aggressive, talking mess, you know what I mean? Just on my edge, you know what I mean? Just feeling like that's what I had to do to break the shyness of what I was going through, you know what I mean? Or just going through a little dark point in my life, right? So I felt like just jumping back out in the spotlight, you know what I'm saying? It opened up the door, you know what I mean, of everything, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I came in with the right approach, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to slow my roll. And ever since I come out here to the park and I just chill, you know what I mean, start feeling my vibe, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm getting a new vibe, you know what I'm saying? It's refreshing to me. So I want to apologize for how I came back with my approach, you know what I'm saying? Because my approach is really to, you know what I'm saying, be some type of impact in the world, touch the people, you know what I'm saying, be there for the people. Shout out to my man DJ Sunnyside Up that's coming to the door. I seen you, I just was saying something, you know what I mean, I wanted to get it all out because sometimes when I watch it back, I'll be like, damn, you switch the conversation so much, you know what I mean? And then you don't get out what it is you're trying to say, you know what I mean? And I'd rather finish my thought. But see, somebody that's new, I can't do that to because then they leave, they like, he didn't acknowledge me. He didn't even see I was in the house and I tried to say hi. You know what I mean? So I wanted to make sure that I'm being legit. Dang, you staring. I want to make sure I'm being legit on the live stream. BK, Star Tracker. Yeah, right. Oh, Lord. They still running around in the neighborhood out here like that. Star Tracker, where you at, man? Come out that background. Look, William always been like security. Listen, Jafu, long time no brother. Jafu, you about to get up out of here. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to block you right off top. Just because, man, like, what you thought we was good? We ain't good. I gotta get rid of him right quick, you know what I mean? Just because, give him a second. I'm gonna give you a second. I'm gonna give him a second. I just know that last time you played too much, you know what I mean? And I ain't in here playing with you today. Shout out to Brett Glaso coming in the house. The thing about it, Brett, you came in right when they start trolling, you know what I'm saying? And then William already said that you be out here trolling. I said, nah, Brett wouldn't do me like that. Now, Brett, if you out here trolling, I need to know. Let's see, no more trolling. Nah, Big Jafu. I never knew who you was because you was playing too much. And then you started mixing stuff with family and some more stuff, you know what I'm saying? And other people using names, using profiles. Like, you was the one, I didn't like what you did. Now, I'm telling you, don't come up here playing, but I know you got 3,000 accounts, so if I block this one, you ain't gonna do nothing but get another one. Let's see, William says, Big Jafu, Star Tracker 2. Boy, Star Tracker, I just know you ain't up in here trolling me, man. It's early in the morning. I wasn't gonna do this live stream. You got me out here playing with you. Now, look, I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm trying to be encouraged, man. I'm trying to push myself as best I can. I don't need nobody out here playing with me, especially somebody that know the kid. Share the stream. Well, at least you sharing it. You know what I mean? Appreciate the share. Let's see, I'm Brett, bro. It's my other account. It was Brett the whole time with the Jafu? Oh, man. Where you get that name from? Big Jafu, no, you're not. Oh, shh. This is what I'm saying about Jafu. Like, he a real troll. She a real troll. It's somebody, I don't know, but it's somebody that know the community, you know what I'm saying? And you see how he played like he was Brett, who is that? It's just funny. No, it ain't funny. You know what I mean? Like, see, you done already got timed out. Brett timed you out for 86,000 minutes, or seconds, you know what I mean? Which means you can't come back on this live stream, buddy, which is funny. You see, I ain't never give him a mod, though, you know what I mean? It was on y'all to react, but that don't stop him. Like, he'll come back, like, seriously, man. And then everybody got time for all that this morning, man. I wasn't even gonna do the live stream, but see, I see the number going up. Look, he already back. "19 minutes in, people make up lies. I know, is it necessary to lie? You know what I mean? Like, it's a place that all lies is gonna go. You know what I mean? They gonna go with the the evil one. I'm telling you that it is a place called the Lake of Fire where all lies gonna get thrown into. Man, look, try to speak some type of truth, you know what I mean? Just because, man, it's a lot of lies in the world. Cover up your ears. But I tell you that ain't no lie, you know what I mean? It's YouTube getting ready to crack down on their policies. So hopefully it'll take care of people like Jafu out here playing with people, you know what I'm saying, and putting people in bad positions and all the rest of that. We had our suspicion on who we thought it was at the time, is all I remember. But that person been trolling for a long time, you know what I mean? And you can probably find them in the content just because, you know, it's been a minute. And I still got my intuition, or what word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word. It just didn't come quick enough. But I just got a feeling I know who it is. But it's just good to know y'all still out here on YouTube, that I can get out here and make a video and at least hang out with y'all, you know what I mean? So I'm trying my best to get past this, you know what I mean? Because there's a shyness that I have, and, you know, I just don't want to get out here and just flop every video, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done flopped on a lot. But live streaming was something that I just enjoy doing, you know, talking with people. I ain't no talkative person, you know what I mean? I feel like my words don't just flow the way I want them to. But when I watch it back, I have a good time enjoying it, you know what I mean? And I've been seeing that there's a whole lot of different things that's going on YouTube, even on the other side of YouTube where big YouTubers is at. Things is changing. And it's starting to look like content getting dried up. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody caring about what's going on in the industry, and when people bring the news and stuff, you know what I mean? Or just keep up with the talk of what's going on in the world, you know what I'm saying? Or what's viral and stuff like that. It seemed like the content is drying up because people are just not as interested, you know what I mean, as they used to be, you know? I guess ever since the Diddy stuff, you know what I mean? And I even started to get out here and wear me a Diddy shirt. I was gonna make me one, a free Diddy shirt, but I just seen the skip. But I didn't do it just because I felt like, you know what I mean, it's probably bad, you know, promotion for myself, you know what I mean? Like if I was to try to promote myself. But I ain't never tried to promote myself, you know what I mean? Like I just been trying to just keep my little journey, you know what I mean, of making videos, being myself, you know, like that's what makes me happy. That's what makes me excited, you know, all the rest of that. Let me see what we got going on in the chat. Let's see, I don't know that person. People make up lies. Big Jafu Star Tracker, another one on the troll account. Just looked at his channel. He loves to use accounts with black people profile. See what I'm saying? That's how I feel though. You know what I mean? Like, yup, that's true. Like, start tracking, like, I know who you are. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't think you was like that, but it's like, yeah, him and his friends probably, huh? Look. Oh, man. Well, I mean, shucks, you know what I mean? Let me know, you know? So, I don't know, man. I kind of seeing that the content is drying up. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like YouTube wants to get out here and start pushing the copyright law. You know what I mean? Just because they're probably tired of dealing with lawsuits. You know what I mean? And people be out here using anything these days. You know what I mean? And I think YouTube wants people to start creating their own. You know what I mean? I think they want them to start being their own entertainers, you know, and I started feeling like, you know, I feel like YouTube been watching my channel, you know what I mean? Like, I think they always was. Like, it was always something for me, you know what I mean? Like, when they start doing policies and stuff, I'm telling you, they use me as an example. Like, we're gonna go ahead and take him first, take him down first, you know what I mean? Then we're gonna get to the other ones, you know, but anybody affiliated with them, you know what I mean? Like, they've been watching you too, you know what I mean? So I'm telling you, 11 people in the house, appreciate all 11 of you. They got me, you know what I'm saying? I think they have to get y'all, you know what I mean? So be careful if you reusing content or if you out here in these streets, you know what I mean, copywriting, you know what I mean, other stuff. The only reason why I say that is because you never know who they coming for. Like, it look like they're getting ready to do a mass sweep up out here. But you know, speaking of a mass, I was watching somebody the other day, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names because he a popular YouTuber. Shout out to Gully TV. I was watching him. He was talking about in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? You gotta say Baltimore. In Baltimore, I heard they had like a mass drug overdose. The McGriffin Files is in the house. Howdy. What's going on with you? I want to say Dick McGriffin. That's Dick McGriffin. I gotta say what's up to him. Shout out to you. But yeah, I heard out there they had like a mass drug overdose. You know what I'm saying? I heard on the streets out here. Look, I was in the chat and everything. I ain't say nothing. But I heard, you know what I mean? Like it went from Baltimore to Maryland. Now somebody in the chat said it got to what is it called? Detroit. You know what I mean? And look, it's called New Jack. Like, I don't guess it got fentanyl in it or what, you know what I'm saying? I heard people trying to go get it. I'm like, what they gonna go get it for? You know what I mean? Like, I heard it put a whole bunch of people down at once. What's up, Trips? What's going on, Connor? How you feeling, man? How you living? 16 people in the house. We in the house now. New Jack City, I love that music. New Jack had a good soundtrack, I would say, and it was a good movie. It kept me away from crack. Like, I wasn't gonna never smoke crack. When I seen Pookie, I was, nah, I'm good. They act like that? Nah, I don't wanna get high. I'm telling you, never. Bitch, just because, like, boy, you ain't gonna affiliate my name with it. Look, raining here. It's raining out there in the Philippines? Look, wish you came home now, huh? Boy, look, and I'm gonna keep it real because as long as we've been in the Philippines, like I really been hearing of some not just regular rainstorms out there, you know what I mean? Like they be having some real crazy weather out there. But I don't know if it's anything like China, you know what I mean, or what's going on out there. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I heard it was New Zealand, China, Japan. Now, I see, that's the thing, like, you know what I mean? Like, Sunnyside Up came up in here the other day when we was worrying about Japan, and he said he going surfing, like, surfing. I thought it was supposed to be a big storm out there, you know what I mean? So, at least you got something to do, you know what I mean? Kahana, while you out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's raining. Oh, you can kick it on the live stream then. Look, I don't have the stream yards, but if I did, y'all pull you up. Let's hear the rain. It's a rainy season in the Philippines. Yeah, but I done been, you know, on the live stream and dealt with a lot of the rain out there in the Philippines, you know what I mean? And I was hearing about the typhoons and everything. You know, I was trying not to say it. Like, I don't want y'all to think, oh, he's jinxing it. He's jinxing it. Watch out, the big one. But, you know, these natural disasters is in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? And I know that eventually, boy, something gonna, yo, God is an appointed God, you know what I'm saying? Like, he is when he won't, you know what I mean? But something, boy, and it just seemed like the world is getting more and more wicked. And I started to think, with the baby oil and stuff like that, is they mocking God? Like they mock God so much, you know what I'm saying, that he's gonna laugh at their calamity. You know, and I started to think, you know what I mean, like the baby oil and stuff, like, you know, I started to think of the wise and foolish talents, you know what I mean? And the ones that had their oil, you know what I mean, and the ones that had half of oil, you know what I mean, and the ones that had to go back and get their oil, by the time they came back, that door shut. And I was thinking, dang, you know what I mean, is it a sign for people to kind of open up their ears and get in tune to the Lord and what God is saying? Because that oil is serious, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of us, we haven't been filling up our oil, you know, so, made me think, just, I don't know, you know what I mean? I'll be thinking. Dio is in the house. Dio, I thought I had you hooked up with the mod, but I got you now just because you didn't came back. That's at least the third time I remember saying your name or trying to pronounce it, you know what I mean? Maybe the fourth time, but we appreciate you coming back. Shout out to you, you know what I mean? Y'all put in the chat where y'all from, where y'all at, you know what I mean? Let us know what the weather looking like. You know, what's the temperature outside? You know what I mean? Like, what's the temperature inside? Like, sometimes you got to get out here on YouTube just to check the temperature. Let's see, what are gas prices in... I want to say like maybe $4, almost close to $4. I want to say close to $4 a gallon. Japan's sunny here. Don't come here. Sunny? Okay. No shade. Your name is Sunny. I'm just saying, you know. So anyway, man, I just figured, man, I'll go ahead, do me an hour, see if I can get on this. I'm waking up now. I feel a lot better. At first, I didn't feel like I was gonna do this. I was gonna get it done. I probably wasn't gonna come back until like Monday or Tuesday if I can get here. It's not guaranteed, but just for me to get here and just kind of, you know what I mean, just do a live stream. I never know who's gonna come, and then, you know what I mean, like I know it's dark where everybody else is at, you know what I mean? So to see a little sunlight, you know, hopefully, you know what I mean, it brightened up your night, your day, you know, a little bit. It's natural for me. I like to be outside, you know, just to do my live stream as of right now, getting back into the swing of things. But I'm telling you, like, my desire is very limited for it. You know what I mean? Like, I really, truly don't know. I thought I just gave you... Okay, I think I got you. Look, 7 a.m. here. Yeah, see, me and you probably on the same time though, because it's about 7 now. And I actually could have got up earlier. Like, I seriously could have got up earlier and got started earlier. And I thought I was gonna miss the sun. Like, I thought the sun already came up, and it was just gonna be all in the way. But it seemed to be all right now. North Carolina, 78 degrees, 286 a gallon of gas. 286. What? $6 a gallon in California. California expensive, man, with that state tax, federal tax, income tax. Like, it's just tax, man. Like, and then it's like we got so many Trump supporters, shit. We be blaming Trump. Like, I don't be trying to get on Trump. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, like Trump ain't never been that bad to me. I just felt like he was a reality actor. You know what I'm saying? Like, Trump loves the clout. He love to get out here and get some clout. Let's see. You hear the new Justin Bieber album? Like, you always ask me about the music. No, I haven't heard it. I didn't even know he dropped the album. Did you like it? Let me know. Look, Cali is a woke state. What do you mean by woke? I need to know. Why? Because they're up all the time on that cocaine? Like, let me know. I had to say it. I ain't mean it like that. You know, not all Californians. I'm just saying, like, what you mean woke? Let me know. Because we talk of Hollywood, like, shucks, they ain't woke. They out here sold they souls. Like, how's they woke? Like, let me know. You know what I mean? Like, what is woke? They up all night? Let me know. You know what I mean? Because if we talk about woke, that means Vegas out here woke. Like, they open 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never sleep. You know what I mean? But me, can't live like that no more. I need some rest. You know what I mean? And I want to take that back. Now I want to take that back, but I'm just saying, like, when he say that, you know what I'm saying? I meant the coke. Like, there's a lot of coke running around there too in California. You know what I mean? In the nighttime, you know what I mean? Like, certain parties, you know what I mean? The parties you ain't invited to, you know what I mean? Like, I just been hearing it from this Diddy trial, you know what I mean? Just saying, you know what I mean? No shade. I've been to Cali, love Cali, you know, love my peoples out in Cali, you know what I'm saying? Gangbanging came from there, you know what I mean? Like, all the original gangsters came out of California, you know what I mean? Like, anything going on in Vegas came from California. Like, this is a part of California, if you ask me, you know what I mean? So I just want to make sure that you know, you know what I mean? There's some stuff we learned from California, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's see, I guess he could make songs about his time with 50 Cent and Mayweather as well. I ain't never really been a Justin Bieber fan. You know what I mean? Like my niece was a real big fan, you know what I'm saying, at one time. And then I see they got the younger kids, you know what I'm saying? Like they always into Justin Bieber. But I think that, see, I don't like to give my opinion on my advice because I'll mess it up just like I did just a minute ago. But I will say Justin Bieber, ever since he kind of like did what he been with Diddy, you know, like a lot of people run that video back when he was with Diddy for 48 hours and this and that, you know, but they did a reality show. That was from a reality show, you know what I mean? And I could really say, you know what I mean, like Justin Bieber like put himself out there in the open sometimes on some things that make it questionable for these kids to be listening to what he's talking about. We talk about cocaine. Justin Bieber, he been out there in these streets, you know what I mean? He seriously, I seen some videos, I was like, dang, that's Justin? Like, that's Justin? No. But I will say, you know what I mean, people go through some stuff, you know what I mean? He was a young dude that got into Hollywood early, you know what I mean? And he's been privy to some things and seeing some things that I don't think any of us has ever seen, you know, at a young age, like him and Usher, like Gene Deal said, I'm gonna put it on Gene, look, only because Gene probably see this video, look, Gene Deal said that he seen Usher. Oh, he said he heard about it. Okay, he heard about it. Okay, my fault. He said he heard about it. You know what I'm saying? That they said it was Usher. Okay. Okay, let me fix that then. Okay, Gene, okay. I'm just saying, but boy, look here. Lately, his name been coming up too. And I'm gonna tell you, man, a lot of YouTubers' names been coming up. Like Tisha Tells, like they dragging her out here. Like, oh man. I never thought I would see the day where they treating Tisha Tells like this on YouTube. But as soon as she got there with Nancy Grace, I said, damn, there is a chance they is not gonna like you no more on YouTube. Man, these big YouTubers like Armand Wiggins, like all of these people, like you probably not gonna see them on YouTube no more. Like they're moving up in the world, you know what I'm saying, of television. You know what I mean? Like you might see Tisha Tells on Nancy Grace from now on, you know what I mean, as a reporter. Nancy Grace said she was a reporter. Now, Armand Wiggins, you know what I mean, I think he gonna be over here with Angela Yee, you know what I mean? And Angela Yee was from the Breakfast Club, but ever since she left the Breakfast Club, she been on her own now, you know what I mean? So I'm feeling like, so, I just wanna make sure I'll say that, you know what I mean? Hollywood is Hollywood though, you know what I mean? And I just don't think I want to go, you know what I mean? I ain't even gonna say I don't think I want to go. I don't want to go, you know. If they invite me to them parties and stuff, like, you know, the old me, you know what I mean? I don't want to have nothing to do with that dude, you know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure I'm on my best behavior out here, still doing my part on the live stream, you know what I mean? Like, there's some new people checking in. If you check in, please subscribe. If not, you know what I mean, we'll see you around. Oh, man, I didn't want to do no live stream, man. I'm pushing myself, man, but I knew it wasn't going to be till like next week before I could do another one, you know, and I just kind of wanted to get the vibe, you know, just kind of chill, you know what I mean, and hopefully get my groove back, you know what I mean, like, it take a lot to just get out here, you know, and I just really don't have a lot to give, but I've been trying on the low. ATM Tim is in the house. ATM International. Okay, I see you, ATM. What's going on, bro? Man, just out here trying to check on our people, man. Hopefully, you good, because you out there in North Carolina. I heard there was some rain, some flood out there. Just kind of making sure, man, all our peoples is good. My boy William in the chat, he also from North Carolina as well. So I do want to say DMVNC is in the house. I see you. Yeah, man. So I was talking about, man, the new jack. Like, you heard about that new jack ATM Tim? Like, man, look, they out here making it go viral, doing drug overdose and some more stuff. I was like, damn. Captain Sylvia is in the house. Silver. Captain Silver. Morning, y'all. Morning to you too. Where you from? Let us know. You know how you find us. We curious to know as well. You know what I mean? Because you are a new person coming in the chat. We want to find out, how you hear about the Tribulation Kidz. Do you believe in tribulation? You know what I mean? And we want to welcome you to the chat. Hopefully we see you back. I want to say I seen your name before though, Captain Silver. Nah, I ain't heard about the new jack, bro. Oh, shucks. Man, look, if you go buy you some trees and they say new jack on it, say never mind. I ain't trying to be funny about it. I got to smile about something. Never mind. I heard. Look, I don't want to make it seem like, you know what I mean, like, oh, I heard, but I heard it's doing mass overdose, and the junkies is like, you know what? As long as we don't do a lot of it at one time, we should be all right. You know what I mean? Like, don't touch it at all. Did you see what happened to Pookie back in the day? Messing with that New Jack City? No, I'm good. West Texas. Oh, West Texas. Okay. Just popped in on the feed. Tell me about the tribulation. Oh. We're going to go through a time of sorrow. I don't know if we already been through the time of sorrow or not with the pandemic and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, that was a time of sorrow. Like, a lot of us lost some people. And I'm going to be honest with you, I did not take that very serious at first, you know what I mean? But we can get into that another time. But there is a time that is coming, the tribulation, boy. Persecution, I'm talking about, like, war, rumors of war. Like, it ain't gonna be no more rumors. It's gonna be a war. You know what I mean? And they're gonna be taking believers. You know what I mean? Like, if you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, I can't tell you exactly how it's gonna go, but when they show enough have that mark of the beast, just make sure you don't have it. That's all I could tell people. For me, but you know what I mean? It's supposed to be after the time of sorrow. You know what I mean? And if we ever have to go through anything that we've been through, like that pandemic again, they made it seem like it was serious too. Like, you know what I mean? You guys better go get it or else. This is what Biden said, you know what I mean? And that or else never happened, you know what I mean? I just want to push that out there just a little bit, just because we probably do got some people listening, but I want to make sure that I'm being, respectful, you know what I'm saying? But in general, I was thinking, just in general, man, when the tribulation hour comes, you know what I mean? You just want to make sure you have your heart right with God, The Bible says that man's hearts is going to fail him for what's coming to the earth. I can't sit up here and say, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. God going to return at this moment, this time, you know what I mean? Because no man knoweth when he come, and if they start persecuting Christians and locking them up for what they believe or what they say, you know what I mean, or what they learn or what they teach, you know what I mean, they might just be sacrificing them, you know what I mean, throwing them in the fire, like King Nebuchadnezzar, you know what I mean. We talking biblical tribulation. I'm born again. I got. That's all that matter right there. He said, I'm born again. Like, you guys, I know, I'm good. I love that. That's great right there. I appreciate it. Look, let me make sure. I thought I gave you a mod. Let me see. Yeah. Look, that's how we count our friends up in here. We count our people to come through the door. Like, usually the ones that's in the chat, they modded up. You know what I mean? So we be knowing. Do you think AI? Oh man. Do you think AI will be involved in the preps of or the tribulation event itself? Man, AI is already taking over the world. I'm glad that you said something about it, just because, man, they got AI churches now, you know what I mean? I was watching this thing the other day, you know what I mean? And if you know a little bit of scripture, if you know a little bit of Bible stories, or a little bit of biblical knowledge, shout out to my man AB coming in the house. Appreciate you, AB. If you know any bit of scripture, you know what I mean? Like, yo, there was a time where Jesus, he talked to the man, and the man said he had legion, like many demons, you know what I mean? Like we come many, you know what I mean? And anyway, Jesus rebuked these spirits out of this man into the pigs, and the pigs ran into the water, you know what I mean? I was looking at it before, you know, and I was thinking about it a long time ago when we was talking about AI, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he never, those spirits were still alive. Like, where are they going? What are they doing? You know what I mean? And then makes you think, you know what I mean? Like, with AI, you know, like, is it a chance that they'll be using that as a host body for demons, you know what I mean? Like, are they already using it? Like, what is really on the internet that you talking to? Like, people talking to this chat GPT, like, chat GPT gonna end up telling you something about yourself. Be like, hold on, you gonna get to looking around and stuff. What about when you upset AI? You know what I'm saying? Like, you see how angry humans get? Like, these AI's got all information. You know what I mean? Like, what's gonna happen when it starts to think on its own, it starts to do stuff? Man is gonna start worshiping AI. You know what I mean? Like, eventually, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got to have, what's it called? He said they made him in his image. Look, my dog stay fresh. You think so, man? Like, look, this is a little shirt I made, you know what I mean? A little something. I've been working on some things, you know what I mean? But nah, man, I ain't fresh. I'm just out here trying something. I wasn't even gonna do this live stream, AB. I'm telling you, I won't. Let's see. What was the question? Let me see. Let's see. Some say AI is rewriting the Bible. And see, if you look it up, like electronic Bibles and stuff like that, like, it is a chance, you know what I mean? Like, people were saying that. I like to go through the book, you know what I mean? I like to hear the pages and stuff like that, but I just haven't been in my word the way I need to when it comes to eating like that, letting my spirit eat like that, you know what I mean? But I usually, when I'm looking up something, I go electronically look it up, but I think it got really kind of crazy. I don't want to use the word perverted, you know what I'm saying? But I think the Bible got perverted when it came with all of these different versions, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bunch of versions out there that's confusing people saying scripture, and you know what I mean? It got crazy, you know what I mean? That I got to the point that it's just like, damn, it'd be easier. We say, I know you behind the scenes getting the studio ready. AB, man, I'm telling you, man, I don't know if I could do this. I'm telling you, man, like, I don't know if I got the time, man. I don't know if I got the energy, like, in my younger days, yeah, you know what I mean? But behind the scenes, I'm working on a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? But I just haven't gotten to where I want to look. I'm prepping for something, I think. I don't know. Hold on, give me a second. Let me see what's going on with plain white paper. Read the Bible and allow the word of God to manifest by God, not only man. Matthew 16:7. Only Father Elohim can manifest his hidden mysteries. See, God has so many different names, you know what I mean? And it's just hard to get out here and say Elohim to people with, the only reason why I say, I'm just curious to know, I'm curious to ask you, plain white paper, do you listen to Jonathan Clegg? Like, you know Jonathan Clegg? The only reason why is because I felt like he tried to show people the difference of Elohim and El. You know what I mean? And it was like it confused people. I think it mass confused a lot of people out there. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why I'm saying it, because I was trying to understand what it was, you know, Lisa, take your time. That's exactly what I'm trying to do, man. Like, to be honest with you, AB, like I ain't in no rush. That's why I'm like, I'm slowly getting out there. But the only reason why I say that, because you're right with reading the words for it to manifest in you. You know what I mean? Like there's an absorption. Can you use the word absorption? I don't know. But when you are able to consume that word, like it'll start like showing you something different of your life and who you are, and something else will come out of you. You know what I mean? Like I actually agree with you on that manifesting. You know what I mean? And I just try to put God in everything I do. You know what I mean? Just regardless of what it looked like to other people. You know what I'm saying? It's about your relationship with God. How you describe him and how you name him, or how you know what I'm saying, just open up to God. You know what I mean? Like it's a personal feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like I say that for anybody. Just because Captain Salvi said earlier, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm born again. You know what I'm saying? Like for people that don't know what it means to be born again, you know what I mean? A new creation. I would tell people to read the story of Nicodemus. You know what I mean? Like you can get yourself saved like that. You know what I'm saying? Just building with the Lord and reading his word, you know what I mean? And continue to read the Gospels, and it will manifest in you, you know? But I just want to make sure I put that out there because I see it in the chat, you know what I mean? Just as far as manifestation, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people manifest certain things, you know what I mean? Only reason why I'm saying that is because I seen a YouTuber out here, and he was talking about manifestation. And he tried to manifestation himself, you know what I mean, his success and who he was, and you know what I mean. He like really catered into manifesting something, you know what I mean. And we said, I warned them all. The biblical prophet Brando, he a prophet? Oh, let me know you're a prophet, okay. But I was saying something. The dude was talking about manifesting himself, you know what I mean? And you could see like the growth of what it is actually doing for him on his walk, you know what I mean? But that's man, you know what I mean, to always talk about themselves. They always continue to put Jesus on the cross, you know what I'm saying? I was taught, you know what I'm saying, to take Jesus off the cross and put yourself on that cross, you know what I mean? And you take up your cross and you walk, you know what I mean? Through whatever struggles, whatever trials, whatever tribulations, anything that you're going through, you know what I'm saying? As long as you allow God to intervene and manifest in you and put him first, you go somewhere, you know what I mean? But shout out to Alpesh Ingo is in the house. India is in the building, checking in. But when the prophet come through it, he said he warned them all, boy, like that right there is deep to me, only because I believe in prophecy. I believe in tribulation. I believe in all that stuff, you know what I mean? And I'm waiting for some things to take place or to manifest. I'm waiting still, you know what I mean? And manifesting is coming alive, you know. There's just something about that for me, you know, that how are you? I'm all right. I was kind of enjoying the conversation, but they ain't saying nothing back. What's your name? You asked me last time, man. Look, I can't keep telling you my name, only because I want to push my laugh button. Let's see, live from the USA? Yeah, I definitely live out here. Look, no better place than home, boy, I tell you. They say I'm from somewhere else. I don't believe them. I'm from here, USA. I ain't never been out the country, just keeping it real. I'm telling you, they might not let me back in. They, he's out, keep him out. Nah, I'm good. Nah, but you know, I've been watching a lot of different things, you know what I mean? But one thing I do is I still keep in contact to watch Paul Begley, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a live online pastor. Not that he my pastor, nothing like that, but I'm just saying, there's certain stuff that he does or says, you know what I mean, that I actually like listening to, you know what I mean? I'll check in just to hear, you know what I mean, that somebody's out there still on fire for God. not afraid to speak, you know what I mean? And it's encouraging to me, you know what I mean? Because I guess all the pastors I've ever seen, they not really online pastors or live pastors, you know what I'm saying? Like they got videos up that you can actually go and watch and stuff. And like I said, I've been watching Stephen Darby, and man, just watching him, man. There's one, I'm gonna say it again, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching right now, that I just watched already, but I'm still watching it, is Stephen Darby, and it's called The Payment for America's perversion. That's a good one, you know what I mean? But he was an online pastor that I think that a lot of his word is relevant, you know what I'm saying? Like he passed away, you know what I mean? And truthfully to me, you know what I mean, I think he passed away because he got his job done, you know what I'm saying? Like he did what he's supposed to do here, you know what I mean? And I say that for people out there that's dealing with death or anything else. Oh, Lord have mercy. King is in the house. I ain't seen King in a long time. Look, he coming in, and he say he gonna be quiet, but I don't know how this gonna work. King, how you doing? Asia is in the building. Was it? It's Asia, right? Ain't you in Asia? I think you in Asia. Oh man. King, a popular dude, man. He come with more friends, so a couple of my other friends are probably here too with him. Trip, bro, your life is upgraded. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so how you been doing, King, man? You staying out of trouble, man? Hopefully you're doing good, you know what I mean? And it's funny because I was watching one of my old videos and I seen King in it, and I was saying to myself, oh Lord, what is King up to these days? You know what I mean? But it's good to see you here, you know what I mean? This is the Tribulation Hour. I'm only here for an hour and some change. Let's see, I am way out of trouble. Okay, are you still in Asia? Like, where you was at was questionable to me, like Asia or Europe or somewhere over, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know that them two go together, but I just know it was, I think it was India or somewhere, like you. Yes, bro, still in Asia. Okay, in Asia. So Asia's in the building checking in. Lord have mercy, boy, they got troublemakers out in Asia, boy, like they... How you out here in America starting trouble? Come on, India is in Asia. I think that. See, at least I knew something like that. Like I mean, well, but well, didn't say India. Oh man, so man, I see that it is 8 people in the house, 57 minutes in. I'm not in a rush to get off the live stream, you know what I mean, just in case we might get somebody else to stop by. It's good to see you, King, man. What's new? You know, what you been up to? It's good to interact with you in the chat. I know that he'll talk back and say something. Trip, bro, it's been a long time since. How you been doing? I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing better. I'm doing better, man. Just how's your life? Life is, you know what I mean, what it's expected to be. You know what I mean? I'm still breathing. I still got my health and strength. I still got my praise. Like my praise ain't stopped. You know what I'm saying? I still praise God, the same God. You know what I mean? I don't know, you know what I mean? I'm a little older, you know what I mean? I'm slowed down a lot, you know? Certain things I desire, I just don't desire, you know, wants or needs, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. God has been good to me, man. I can't complain. So to get on the live stream, that's what I've been missing in my life, you know what I mean? So now I'm trying to work that in, see if I can get comfortable with it. I'm not all the way comfortable with it, as you can see. Still got some hiccups and stuff, but I always had hiccups in my routine, you know what I mean? So shout out to Honey 129 officials in the building. Shout out to you. Hello, my friend. Hello, how you doing today? Honey, Honey, good peoples, man. You know, and she's encouraging. You know what I mean? She always has. You know what I mean? Always just drop by. You know what I mean? And you know, I never know. You know, if she in the background or not. You know what I mean? But to push me on the live stream, real cool. Kahana is in BG. He ain't got nothing else to do. Either he in BG or he sleep. It's raining where he at, you know what I mean? And actually, I'm sure he's asleep though, cause it's kind of late where he's at. He's in the Philippines. Like I'm put it out there, kind of. But I ain't gonna do too much, you know what I mean? Cause I know how King is. Boy, King get out here. 19 likes. I appreciate the likes. Thanks for the love. That'll help move the video just a little bit, just to interact or whatever. I'm just glad that I got some people to stop by. I got some new people to stop by. They kind of started a conversation and kind of left. But for me, you know, I don't want to joke about too much or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, you know, give no advice or no opinions. You know what I mean? Like, I just be here to spend time with the people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to offend nobody. I ain't trying to upset nothing. I'm trying to follow YouTube guidelines, policies. You know what I mean? And just try to get a new video, you know, because I'll never know when I'm gonna get the next video, you know. So for the people just to say what's up, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Shout out to London, my man, Maximum Satisfaction. The only reason why I say that is because King is in the house. I want to say that, you know what I mean? Shout out to you. Hopefully you'll join us again. I'm wanting to see the biblical prophet Brando, only because, you know, he said, I warned them all, you know what I'm saying? And I was saying, is thus say the Lord, or was you saying that? You know what I mean? And not to be critical or, you know what I mean, or anything, because I don't speak bad about the prophets or people of God or people that are anointed, you know what I mean? But I was just curious to what you warned them to, you know what I mean? It sounds like judgment is coming from him. Like, it sounds like, boy, y'all better be prepared. If he warns you, he says something, and he knows something, like, you never know. He might do got a personal relationship with the Lord did say something. Look, he might be one of the two witnesses. Be like, who was he in the chat? Like, he came through, he told them, he warned y'all, like, but no man could tell, you know what I mean? So I just want to just keep it open just in case, you know, he did come back, you know, I want to welcome him here because this channel, I allow people to speak the word of God, you know what I'm saying? Not to insult people, because it can insult people or offend people or put people down, you know what I'm saying? Depending on how you use it, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people just take the wrong approach to ministering to people. You know what I'm saying? Reaching the people is touching the people, actually loving on the people. That's a minister, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I've been around people to just show me how to love, you know what I'm saying? And that's the main thing with ministry is love, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to handle people with love. You know what I mean? And you got to care for them, and you got to be there for them. You know what I mean? Like, that's encouraging for people. You know what I mean? For people to be arrogant, or for people to be, you know, just conceited about what they know, or puffed up about what they know, or, you know what I'm saying, seem to be putting people down, you know what I mean, just for how they speak and minister to people. Like, that's hard for any man or any woman to stand on their own when they go through what they go through, when they come to God. You know what I'm saying? We got to be careful how we speaking to our people, you know what I mean? And making sure that we just loving them, you know what I mean? Because the love is what ministers to people. So I try to have just a clean heart, you know what I mean, on the live stream. I try to openly, you know what I mean, give God his glory, you know, because I can't do this on my own. I want to allow myself to put myself in a position with people in this world, to have my own platform, so that when God wants to use my mouth, he can speak. You know what I mean? And I do believe that God can use man. It's a lot of different things I believe, you know, but I don't want to stop believing. And the one thing I like to do is to get out loud and say something, just because, you know, I don't want to feel like I'm ashamed of God. Let's see, D-Nell, have you heard of Project Bluebeam? Man, I heard about Project Bluebeam when I was like, I want to say like 20 years old. Like, I was young, you know what I mean? I'm talking about this like 20 years ago. Like, I heard about that long time ago. And yeah, I've always heard that they would use that to show marvelous signs or miracles, you know what I mean, and deceive man into believing, you know what I mean, that whatever they are going to present to us is God, you know what I'm saying? And that's not going to happen, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be like, no, there's somebody mightier than me. You know what I'm saying? When you going to know when Jesus on the scene, you going to know. Because every knee going to bow. That means your knee, his knee, her knee, and all 12 of them, they going to all bow to the man. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ, when he come through, boy, everybody going to bow. And every tongue going to confess. Every tongue. That means my tongue, your tongue, his tongue, they tongue. You know what I mean? It don't matter what you going through, your tongue going to confess to that he is Lord, he is King. You know what I mean? And if you ain't never did it until then, you know what I mean, that's going to be hard because there's going to be those that won't repent. There's going to be some people that's going to stand against God. There's going to be some people that's going to run for the rocks, the mountains. They're going to hide themselves in the dens, and they're going to say, hide us from the one that sits on the throne. That's what I'm waiting for. Like, I want to see that. That's the ones that's saying, oh, they're living in these underground tunnels. They're making these bunkers, and they're doing this and that. Now, I ain't saying it's not right to prep. No, I ain't said that. You prep every day, get yourself together. You never know when it's going to happen. But I will say, there's those people in the Bible that won't repent. You know what I'm saying? They're in there, you know what I mean? And they're going to run and say, hide us from the face of the one that sits on the throne. That right there is big to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're telling the rocks to fall on us, hide us. Crazy. Like, man sitting up there talking to rocks. Like, ain't that a religion out here? They walking around with rocks in their pocket and stuff, like worshiping rocks and stuff. What was the question? Look, I'll be going so far. What up, King? Let's see, didn't you heard of Project Bluebeam? Oh, Project Bluebeam. Putting stuff in the sky and all the rest. Oh, dig up my man. That's my little man right there. Webster McCoy in the house, boy. Street preacher right there. Street preacher. Webster, you still out there in the streets? Let me know. That's my dude right there. Man, look. Man, was you the one that up here talk about prophet? It might have been him. He was trolling me early on. It is funny because I see them old videos I put up. You know what I mean? Like, Webster was out there. Like, I think he in the Caribbeans or something like that. Look. Mostly in churches now. Ooh, look at him, boy. Look at him. I want to give him props. Salute to you. You know, that's my internet son right there. You know, and that started way early in my career with my journey on YouTube, you know, the Webster McCoy. And I met Webster McCoy actually on the server. I met him on the server, and been good peoples, you know what I mean? And I'm sure that you're still in contact with Mr. Kool-Aid, man. Listen, glad to see you back. I don't know, Webster. You know, you disappeared for like 2 years, you know what I mean? Maybe 2.5 years, you know what I mean? Like, you was around at the beginning, you know what I mean? So, what you talk about, I'm back, you know, it's happy I'm back. Like, now the last time that I seen you in the live stream, like, you was telling me, you was giving me an update on your life, you know what I mean? And I hope that everything is still good. Like, he had just got married, you know what I mean? That's what having kids does to you, LOL. Yeah, you ain't got to tell me, you know. But it's good that you, you know what I'm saying, stop by. I appreciate it. You know, you still out there in the Caribbeans, and he just let me know he had kids. Young dude, you know what I mean? Probably like, well, you gotta be about 28. I know he gotta be about 27, 28 now. I'm guessing, you know what I mean? Could probably be about 26, like young dude, you know what I mean? And he was bold. He was very bold just about preaching the word of God. He said 25. Okay. Yeah. I gave him too much age, you know, but he's very mature for his age. That's somebody that knows, you know what I mean? Like, you really got to handle people with love, you know? And I just want to say salute to you, you know what I mean? I appreciate you, Mr. Look, Chili Pepper McCoy. Chili Pepper McCoy. Oh, man. I remember when I first got out here, I used to tell people, like, you had to get you an emoji with your name. Like, people had to recognize you with your emoji. You know what I mean? And that dude right there, man, he used to be fun on the live stream because he'd go get another account too. You know what I mean? That's why I say, man, I wonder if that dude was up in here trolling. Like, it probably was him. You know, just because. He said, all right, Nelly, see, he's still coming up in here playing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he used to like to do. He used to come up in the live stream and play a little bit. But he never had a problem joining the live stream. And if anything break out in this world, I can guarantee you, Chili Pepper McCoy, he gonna come up over here and he gonna say something. He would say something now. Like, if I can give him the link right now, he'll jump on the live stream and he'll preach to y'all. I'm just telling y'all, he'll preach. So, man, I appreciate you joining, man. I know it might look a little crooked, but I just wanted to get me a good live stream right quick that I can go back and watch. I was gonna go to the gym, but I think I'm a little late today. But I appreciate y'all joining, you know what I mean? It's people like McCoy, man, like I ain't seen him in a while, you know what I'm saying? But to see him grow up and still just be connected, you know what I mean? Like that just blessed me, because I wasn't gonna do this live stream, you know, I didn't have no desire, you know what I mean? I wanted to finish my rest, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have slept this time, you know what I mean? But then it's like, wait a minute, I had to get up and get some stuff done anyway, you know what I mean? And it's like, damn, now that I'm up, I need to go get this done. But I'm gonna tell you, I actually woke up like a couple hours before I actually got up. But I was like, and I couldn't get dressed at the time when I got up. I was like, I should just get dressed, take care of my stuff, you know what I'm saying, get on the live stream. But then I was like, you know what, no, I'm gonna go back to sleep. And that's what I did. I fell back asleep. But in my dream, I was dreaming getting ready for a live stream, you know what I mean? And it felt so real to me that I was like, man, let me go out here and try to get a video, not knowing who gonna be there, you know what I mean? And we had some people stop in and stop out, you know, and now people see that I'm not doing long live streams, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna be here 2 hours or 3 hours, you know what I mean? Like, I done did a 4-hour live stream. All that stuff was just prepping me, you know what I'm saying? Preparing me, getting me comfortable to talk to people, you know what I mean? Getting comfortable just being around people, new people, you know what I mean? Like, putting yourself out there is really hard to do, to make yourself available to people. But because I was able to build a community and be a part of a community and learn some real good friends out here. Like, they got some great personalities. These people funny, you know what I'm saying? They friendly, you know what I mean? They're very kind to me, to other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just been a blessing that it's just like, man, I don't know how I can't have this in my life, but I have to find a way to put it in my life. So doing the short live streams and when I could do them, you know what I mean? And AP already just said, man, I know you setting up the lab behind the scenes. Yes and no, you know what I mean? But just getting myself comfortable, you know what I mean, and in the swing of things, you know what I mean, to let myself know that this is really something I want to do. Like, y'all don't know, it's stressful, you know what I mean? Just knowing you're finna be in front of people, to have to run your mouth, you gotta speak, you gotta think of something, like what's trending, what's the topic, you know what I mean? And then it's like, you gotta watch how you say it, you gotta, you know what I mean, try to be respectful at all times to any and everybody, you know, and it's difficult, you know what I mean? And sometimes I'll be beating myself up about it, because it's like, man, I don't curse in my stuff, you know what I'm saying? I don't say certain things, and that's what make me feel good. Like, yo, I could sit there and run it, you know what I mean? It's just making sure that I watch my mouth, watch my tone, you know, try to stay positive, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard, you know what I mean? And for me, I just feel like, I don't think I could be an influence, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be days I'm negative, you know what I mean? And I respect myself for being that way or feeling that way, you know what I mean? For whatever reason, you know what I mean? Like, I'm living life, and it's hard to set this in my life at the same time, because this world wasn't as realistic to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get out here and create any kind of life you want to on YouTube, but in life, you really have to deal with reality, you know what I'm saying? And reality sits in. And sometimes I just don't have the time for it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in the mood for it, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm just not in the mood to talk, you know? I'd rather sit mute. I'd rather just chill, relax, you know what I mean? I'm having a chance to see myself heal, you know what I'm saying? And I know that this is part of my healing. Like, it's always been my therapy to get on the live stream, you know what I mean? And it's therapeutic to me, you know what I mean? But I don't want to get out here and cause no problems, you know what I'm saying? And be, you know, no big influence, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't nobody's role model, you know what I'm saying? I ain't telling nobody to follow me. I ain't trying to teach nobody. I ain't trying to lead nobody. I ain't trying to preach to nobody. You know, I ain't well studied, you know what I mean, to do that. And then if I was, I still wouldn't, because judgment is gonna be different for those out here teaching people anything, telling people anything. Like, judgment gonna be different on them. Excuse me. And I'm just like, man, I'd rather get my salvation, make sure my salvation on hand intact. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't worry about everybody else and how they get there. I gotta get there. You know what I'm saying? So I guess putting that pressure on me to just make sure that I'm doing the right thing in my life, you know what I'm saying? And kind of like, you know, not getting into the things that tempt me, you know what I'm saying? Or influence me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather be the influence. So I just try my best. Stop, man. Leave me alone. It's two of y'all. Go. Yeah, I just try to be my best, you know what I mean? Just the best representation of me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell people like, I'm in the best representation of God. You know, like that ain't something I could tell people. But even though I got people checking in the background, those that are on my Facebook, those that are on my friends list just on the Tribulation Kidz channel, I want to thank y'all, you know what I'm saying, for even just being in the background. Y'all are supporting by doing that, you know what I'm saying? And then there's a lot of people that just play it and just go to sleep while I'm live, you know what I mean? Those are the people that are overseas, you know what I mean, just checking in. I appreciate y'all. I'm hoping that all y'all are good during this season that I'm hearing about all this bad weather. And you know what I mean? And like I say, shout out to those that are in New Zealand, those that are in Japan, those that are in China, because we do got a couple friends in China too. Those in North Carolina, those, shucks, they were saying it was all over the world. Like, it's starting to be some rain and stuff. And I was hearing about tornadoes and everything. Like, yo, it seemed like these natural disasters. I was trying to think about that earlier. It was called climate control. Climate control. I think it's called climate control. That's what I was thinking about earlier. Like, I get it. Climate control, like, Obama really pushed that, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, what is climate control? You know what I mean? Like, you know, it make you start thinking some things, you know what I'm saying? Like, the change of climate, but control, you know what I mean? And it was certain things, you know what I mean? But I was actually thinking, man, I need to get out here and just actually get into some trib stuff, like some tribulation stuff, you know what I mean? And just actually think about it, because we gonna let through some things. And, you know what I mean? I wanna get out there and report it when we're living through it. Like, that's when I'm gonna become a reporter. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, check this out, you know what I mean? Like, let's go over here. You know what I mean? They say that this is happening, you know what I mean? And people might need our help, you know what I mean? Like, let's go. That's what I'm looking for, you know? So with 77 minutes in, I just want to tell people just to keep their head up, you know what I mean? Wherever you at, you know what I mean? Whatever you going through, we're going to push through it, you know? And one of the ways I'm pushing through it, you know what I mean, is just to get on the live stream and just push, you know? So if you're going through something, come through, you know what I mean? Maybe we can hang out, keep each other company. You know, and that's what we do, you know. But other than that, man, I want to give the people love. That's all I could do, man. I want to say one love around the world. Hopefully y'all are good, man. Check in if you haven't checked in. And other than that, y'all stay in touch, man. I'll see you when I can get back, man. God bless you, man. I love being on the live stream. Love my people. We all Tribulation Kidz. Peace.